moving, I've been shaking, going hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Begin by running the option. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Greer. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 3 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Greer. Into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Greer operating from the gun. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. The LA defense defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of the team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a too many syllables. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Complete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45 4-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game. That Julio did against the Panthers in 2016. Probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
He fumbled the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 80 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught at the 6. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick quarterback's hands fast into the receiver's hands even faster.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. First down, Greer. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
The 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, Greer. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And the Panther first down.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Stepping up, he's got he fumbled the football. And now the Rams have got it going away. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the ground, it's Akers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick load completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throw was Miller taken in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10.
The game at 10.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
25-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Operating in the red zone now, Greer. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Greer over the middle. Open is Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Davis. Davis. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Good for an L.A. Rams. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Battle for him, and this will be caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
4 yards.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, L.A. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put it together. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Johnny Hekker.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
18-yard
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
At the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Greer over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Panthers.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He was brought
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Someone's closing in on a league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken on the 25. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
The tackle.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it up.
By the Panthers.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he stopped immediately there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Greer. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
And if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down mark.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. That also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, it's down 4th down after the incompletion. It'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Nigel Bradham brings him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Woods will say he should have had it, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Those America can go to his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
Greer operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Off play action, Greer. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a man open down the middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Greer looks to throw again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
Greer.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
DJ Moore. Come on. It's a
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to bowl his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. They got him in. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
43-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run this with Akers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll indeed take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight